Hello everyone, you're welcome to today's lesson. You're welcome to another week. I'm very sure that last week was awesome and you really enjoy yourself in our various classes. This is another week and I want to welcome you to class. Today we'll be talking about English language, and in English language class this morning we'll be looking at the simple past tense. The simple past tense. Don't forget, I am Modupe Olayinka, and I'm sure you are excited to see me and to have me on this amazing platform, just like we had a wonderful time last week. So this week, like I said, in English class, we're talking about the simple past tense. You remember last week we talked about the simple present tense, and we learned a lot about the simple present tense. We were able to use it correctly in habitual actions and in general truths, and in some other different ways that we have been able to use the simple present tense. And I'm very sure that you still have how to use the simple present tense very well at the back of your mind. So today we're talking about the simple past tense. The simple past tense is also known as the past tense. You can try to call it the simple past tense, or you call it just past tense as it's commonly known. So today we'll be talking about the simple past tense, what it's all about, and how we're going to use it. Now, what is the objective of this class? At the end of this class, I expect you to be able to define the simple past tense. You should be able to define it. You should be able to list out some simple past tenses alongside their present tenses. You should be able to give me some simple past tenses and their present tenses alongside them. They should be able to explain ways to form and use the simple past tense. How do we form them and how do we use them? Then you should be able to use the simple past tense in sentences correctly. You should be able to use them correctly. So I want you to calm down and come along with me. I want you to settle down and get yourself ready. Don't get yourself distracted with anything. Try as much as possible to concentrate, because we're going to be talking about the definition now. So what is the simple past tense? What is the simple past tense? The simple past tense is used to indicate that an action took place in the past. It could be a nearest past, that is the second before now, or a far past, a century ago. We use the past tense to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. A specific time in the past. That's why we call it simple past tense. Sometimes the speaker may not actually mention the specific time, but they do have one particular time in mind. For example, Wale made aprons few minutes ago. It tells us that it happened just few minutes ago, just a recent past. Or it might be that Wale made the apron, just made it. That means it just made it just few minutes ago, a recent past. The sentences above show that the actions were performed in a short past, just recent past. Then it can also be another way whereby the action was performed in a very far past. Look at this example. The fossil was discovered a century ago. That's a very far past. So we can have a recent past or a far past. How do we form past tense? How? We can form past tense in two different ways. I'll be explaining to you the two ways, so I want you to please pay attention and come along with me. The first one is the regular past tense. We have two ways: regular past tense and irregular past tense. Regular past tense and irregular past tense. So I'm going to be discussing two of them. So the first one is regular past tense. Regular past tense. So to form the regular past tense, just add ed to the present tense. When you add ed to the present tense, you get your past tense. That's the one we call regular. Look at jump, jumped. Look, looked. Mop, mopped. Walk, walked. Execute, executed. Marry, married. Learn, learned. Talk, talked. You can see that you just add ed, or in some cases just d, like this one. We have d, just d, because it has e in the present tense. So just add the d. And in some cases you have to change the y to I before you put the ed, just like this case here. So you can see, and in some cases you have to add another letter, the same letter, Just like we have in mopped. You have to add another P before you put the ed. But in all, when you add ed to the present form, you call it the regular form, the regular thing. Then we have the irregular one. The regular one, it doesn't have any particular way of forming it. The only thing you understand is that you don't have to add ed to the present form. You can form it in different ways. Look at this ones I have here. They have several examples. There are several examples of these irregular verbs. Now we have feel, present form, felt, past form. You can see that the EE has been changed to EL and then T. So we have felt, we have buy and bought. This is not a regular verb. Spell, spelt. The past tense of spell is what? Spelt. Then we have make and made. Do and did. They are all irregular verbs. We have whip and wept. Sweep, swept. Go, went. Run, ran. Spit, spat. They are all irregular verbs. Irregular ways of forming their verb. Unlike the regular one that you just add D or ED. So that's irregular. Now, we still have other examples under irregular verb. This time around, you don't change either the present tense or the past tense. It remains the same. There are other irregular verbs that do not change. I've given you quite a number of them. You can also go after this class and find out more of this irregular verbs that do not change. They remain the same. So when you're making your sentences, you be careful not to use it wrongly, because by the time you really use it wrongly, somebody who listening to you will look at you and say you are not using your verbs correctly. So we have caught. The past tense of caught is caught, not caughted, and not any other thing. We have put. You can see the past tense of put is put. Hurt. The past tense of hurt is hurt. Wow, I hurt my feet. Yesterday, I hurt my feet. Not yesterday, I hurted my feet. No, you cannot change it to hurted. It's still hot. Then we have eat. This time around, using this eat, a lot of pupils make a lot of mistake when using eat. The car hit the boy while crossing the road. Is that correct? The car hit the boy while crossing the road. Is it correct? No, it is not correct. You cannot say the car hit the boy while crossing the road, because there's no word like hitted. So hit is still hit. He was hit by a careless driver. Hit, not hitted. You cannot say he was hitted by a careless driver. So please note this things I'm explaining to you. Now we have let. The same thing. The past tense is let. Quit. The past tense is quit. He has quit his job. He has quit his job. You cannot say he has quitted his job. So please pay attention and ensure you use it correctly when you're making your sentences. Then set. Still set. Then shut. Still shut. Please, as much as possible, because we do make mistakes when it comes to this using these verbs that do not change, these irregular verbs that do not change. We do make mistakes. So I want you to learn it now that they don't change. Now, how do we use the past tense in sentences? How do you use the past tense in sentences? I have some sentences listed out here, and then I have underlined the past tenses used in the sentences. So I'll read them out one after the other for you, because you'll be making sentences for me. That's very clear and I'm very sure. You'll be making sentences for me in the past tense. So let me show you the ones I have made, and then when we want to make yours, you will be able to follow suit. We have the woman ran out of the house due to fear. The woman ran out of the house due to fear. You can see I've underlined the word ran. The word ran there is the past tense. The woman ran out of the house due to fear. Then we have another sentence, wrote. I've underlined the word wrote. That is the past tense used in that sentence. Who wrote the book? Hamlet. It's a question. Who wrote the book? Hamlet. Wrote is the past tense. Then Mungo Park discovered River Niger. Mungo Park discovered River Niger. Discovered is a verb and it's used in the past tense. That's why it's underlined. Now we have few of the pupils passed the examination because they studied hard. Few of the pupils passed the examination because they studied hard. You can see I have two past tenses used in that sentence, and they have been underlined. We have passed and studied. Can you see it? Good. Now we have the last sentence on this page. It said, last night I played the guitar loudly and the neighbors complained. Last night I played the guitar loudly and the neighbors complained. You can see two words have been underlined there and they are used in the past tense. I said played and complained. Played and complained. They are both used in the past tense. So before I go to the next slide, I want to quickly ask you. The first one I used there is ran. The second one I use is wrote. The third verb, discovered. The fourth verb, passed and studied. And the last sentence as played and complained. Now, you're going to be telling me, ran, is it irregular verb or regular verb? Can I hear somebody answering that question? Quickly. Ran, regular or irregular? Good. Ran is an irregular verb. Why? You can tell me why? Because we do not have to add ed to get the past tense. Then you can tell me, what is the present form of ran? Anybody? What is the present form of ran? Okay, the answer is run. That makes it an irregular verb. Now we have wrote. Wrote, is it regular or irregular? Anybody want to try? Regular or irregular? Going, gone. Yes, it's an irregular verb because we do not have to add ed to get the past form. Now, the next one is discovered. Discovered. Is something ringing the bell there? Okay, tell me, is it regular verb or irregular verb? And that's very simple. Can you hear everybody shouting regular? Good. Now, few of the pupils passed, and then we have studied. Both of them, are they regular or irregular? Okay, that's one, two. It's very simple. You can see the ed there, the ed at the end of the word. Now it's a regular verb. Both of them are regular verbs. And the last sentence says, as played and complained. Now you can tell me, are they regular or irregular? Regular or irregular? Good. They are regular verbs because they have ed at the end of the words. Now, I have more sentences here. I hope you can see it. Richard watched the television all night. I've underlined the verb. Richard watched the television all night. We have watched, and that is what? Regular or irregular? Very good. That's a regular verb. Then John wanted to go to the museum. John wanted to go to the museum. We have wanted. Now, wanted, is it regular or irregular? Anybody saying the answer? Good. That's a regular verb. Then the bus stopped a few minutes ago. The bus stopped a few minutes ago. Is that regular or irregular? Anybody? That's a regular verb. Good. Then we crossed the bridge twice yesterday. We crossed the bridge twice yesterday. What verb is used there? Regular or irregular? Good. That's a regular verb. And the last sentence there says, last year I traveled to Germany. Last year I traveled to Germany. The word traveled has been underlined, and that is the verb. What form is it used? Is it regular or irregular? That's a regular verb. Very good. You can see that you're coming along with me and you're really getting it. So there are other ways we can use the simple past tense apart from regular or regular. There are other ways we can use them. We can use them in interrogation. In interrogation. That is to ask questions. Now, I have some questions here. It says, why did you write on the whiteboard this morning? Why did you write on the whiteboard this morning? You can see that's a question. Then who did you tell you were leaving? Who did you tell you were leaving? That's another question in the past tense. Then did you see anyone outside? Did you see anyone outside? That's also a question. That's also a question. But I want you to note something there. You notice that when we're asking question, the main verb used in the sentence will be in the present form because of this did. So because of this did, the next verb will come in the present, not wrote. Not why did you wrote on the whiteboard this morning. So don't quite make the mistake and say, Mr. Lenka say we should use past tense. So I should say, why did you wrote? No. Because of that did that we have here, the main verb would be in the present form. Why did you write on the whiteboard this morning? Then who did you tell you were leaving? Can you identify the main verb in the sentence? Can you? Anybody? Good. Tell. Now, tell is in the present form. Who can tell me why it's in the present form? I'm listening. Anybody want to try? Why is this tell in the present form? Good, because of this did that we have here. Now we have the last sentence. Did you see anyone outside? So who can tell me the main verb in that sentence? What's the main verb in the sentence? Okay, good. See. The main verb in the sentence is see. So who can tell me why I have it as see and not saw? Did you saw anyone outside? How does it sound to you? Is it correct? No, you cannot say, did you saw anyone outside? You say, did you see anyone outside? So who can tell me why am I using see instead of saw? Since we are talking about past tense, I should use saw. Okay, because I've used did to start the sentence. Good. Now we can also use, apart from in interrogation, we can also use it in negative sentences. What do we mean by negative sentences? Negative sentences are sentences that we use didn't or did not. When you want to make a negative sentence, we use didn't. Didn't stands for did not. That's the full meaning of didn't is did not. Now, I have a sentence here. It says, I told him he didn't need a mechanic for this car for now. I told him he didn't need a mechanic for this car for now. Now we have another sentence in a negative form. It says, we didn't travel to Canada last year. We didn't. That's a negative sentence. We didn't travel to Canada last year. Note it also. We are using a negative sentence. The main verb is in the present form. The main verb is in the what? Present form. Don't forget, when using the interrogation or negative sentence, the main verb is in the present form. Don't forget. Then, in conclusion, the most commonly used verb in English are the irregular verb. That's the common one. That's the irregular one. Then, we can use the simple past tense in the negative. We can also use it for interrogation. Now, I want to ask some questions. I'm very sure you have been coming along with me and you have been listening and you have been really paying attention to the class, and I'm sure you have gotten one or two things from what I have taught you. So how much have we learned today? I want to know. Let's see. What is the simple present tense? You can tell me, anybody? What is the simple present tense? Sorry. What is the simple past tense? Sorry. That's supposed to be past. What is the simple past tense? Past tense. What is the simple past tense? Anybody want to try? Good. It is used to show that action took place and was completed in the past. Okay. So number 2 question says, how can it be formed? How? How can it be formed? Anybody? Okay. You can form it using the regular way or the irregular way. That is good. Then the next question says that, how can it be used? How can we use them? Okay, we can use them in interrogation, in negative sentences. Good. In interrogation and in negative sentences. And we can also use them in a normal past action that took place in the past. Now, list some present tense and say the past tense. This is now for you. List some present tenses and say their past tenses. Now, do you have anybody answering that question? List off some of them. Just list like 4, 5. Okay, somebody saying the answer? Okay, good. Wait, tell me the present tense, you tell me the past tense. You tell me the present tense, tell me the past tense. Example, okay, good. Jumped, right, wrote. Don't worry, you can mix it up, regular, irregular, mix it up. Just give me the sentences. Just give me the words. Okay, good. Now the last question says that make some sentences using the past tense. Okay, let me just make it 5. Yeah, make 5 sentences using the past tense. I went to the supermarket yesterday. I went to the supermarket yesterday. That's 1. All right, let me hear you. Say your 5 sentences. I'm listening. Good. 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 Very good. That's very, very good. You have really learned a lot into this class, and I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to class. Take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.